The time has come for you to take your beloved fur baby to the vet, and you have made the decision to end their life and end their suffering. You have talked to your vet and found all the information, and you have decided to be in the room with them at the time. Now, it's okay if you decided against that. There is no judgment here. But when you decide to be in the room, your vet will give you some instructions. I pray that they're very kind and their staff is very kind, and that they explain that as your pet passes after the medication is given, that they might jerk or they might cry out. It's a reflex. It's not that they're in pain. They're not going to be in pain anymore because you love them enough to do this. But it will tear your heart whenever you hear that. So just know that it could happen. Also, if you're holding your fur baby, after they pass, they will become very heavy and non-responsive, of course. And so when you go to lay them down and to leave, you'll need to support their head and to support their body when you lay them down, and lay them down slowly. Because you're used to laying them down, but they're used to holding their own head up or their own body in a certain way. And so you'll want to make sure that you just lay them down very slowly. And I just remind you again that they're not in pain anymore. And that's the way that you wanted it. It is. If your vet uses a sedative first, their eyes may not close all the way. Sometimes pet owners are bothered by this. It's okay because you've seen your pet's eyes over and over again. And specifically with cats, they have the two eyelids. And dogs sometimes don't close all their eyes all the way when they sleep. And so don't be disturbed by this. When their heart takes the last beat, their eyes may not close. And so you certainly welcome or reach over and close their eyes. And if that makes you feel better, that's good. After that, you will need a moment to gather yourself. The vet will probably ask you if you would like to stay in the room with them for a few minutes, just to pet them, hold them, have one last little moment of feeling them underneath your hand. That one last time where you're able to say goodbye to them, and then you turn around and walk out of the room. And so this will be the very, very hard part whenever you're leaving them, because they're never coming home again. And you can tell. If you want them to be on their precious bed or their blanket or whatever it is on the table, and you leave them there, and then whenever you walk out, this is another reason that I think you need someone there with you. And so if you could have a friend or a family member or church member or pastor or someone there to walk you out and to take you home, that will be so incredibly important. I pray that the vet staff is kind to you on the way out, and that they understand your grief because they loved your pet too. And they're going to do everything possible to make sure that you grieve well. And that's why these videos are here. So I ask you to subscribe to these videos. I ask you to share them with your friends. Click on the bell below. Share them on your social media, whatever it is. I wrote a book called The Rescued Breed and talk about my loss and how I've dealt with it. And these videos are literally my heart to you, walking beside you, so that you know that you are never alone in this, and that there is always help for you.